Hybrid and Kobe with their captain.
Oh, that's funny.
I used to do the sound down at Empire. I think I was the guy who took the mic on the field for the anthems and stuff. So yeah, Hasley was great in those days. I miss Empire a little bit. It was two seasons before. Yeah, a little bit of big guy, all by himself in the engineering. Got here before you this time.
Oh yeah. There's no Seattle fans in the beer keg.
Point taken. He signed that contract?
Sorry with the belt. It's off my game.
No, we've been up in.
Hey, but when it gets cold, the sweater goes on, covers everything. That's my hope.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to North Grandstand Field. Tonight's lineups for the Vancouver Whitecaps: in goal, number 1, Dave Osted. In defense, number 6, Jordan Smith. Number 4, Kendall Waston. Number 22, Chris Dean. And number 3, Sam Adakube. In the midfield, number 15, Matthias Lama. Number 31, Russell Tybert. And number 9, Nicholas Mesquita. The forwards tonight are number 35, Blas Perez. Number 13, Christian Teixeira. And number 36, Masato Kudo.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The starting 11 for Houston. In goal, number 1, Tyler Derrick. In defense, number 22, Shannon Williams. Number 18, David Horst. Number 5, Raul Rodriguez. And number 7, DeMarcus Beasley. In the midfield, number 11, Andrew Wenger. Number 27, Boniac Garcia. Number 14, Alex Lima. And number 4, Lionel Miranda. The forward spots are number 10, Giles Barnes, and number 12, Will Bruin.
Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain in the week, and apparently the Tampa Bay Rowdies are playing Notts County in a friendly at their training ground, so I might go to that as well. But there's basically a potential I could catch 8 games in 12 days, but my family might want to see me for a day. That's why I'll go to Newcastle.
My wife's from Leicester.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, she's quite happy.
Top of the world. I put a bet on them to finish top 4 at Christmas.
I keep waiting for them to sleep. No, they don't.
I know.
Just keep waiting. No.
You know what? It's Spurs title.
Crazy.
It's Spurs title because Leicester's got everyone looking at them. And there's there's only 5 points in it.
Yeah, but Leicester only have league games left. Everybody else,
Something else on the board.
exactly, is backed up. Yeah.
Well, I was reading that Robert Booth had his debut with Claudio Ranieri in Chelsea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't
There you
know
go.
that,
There
so
you go.
that's I'd love to see them win it just for something different, but
Yeah, it would definitely shake things up.
Blackburn
Think
was
of
the last time.
payroll difference.
Well, I'm hoping Newcastle do the same thing, 17th this year, and win it next year. I've been dreaming my whole life.
That's a dream. Yeah, I went to school with Jordy, and he was the same way.
Pissed it away in the late 90s twice.
Keegan. Yeah.
Oh.
And then you brought in Ruud Bullen, who's trying to play sexy football in Newcastle.
He benched Shearer.
How are you going to play sexy
Bench
football in
Shearer.
Newcastle? And stick it in the box, let me do the rest.
Oh, the entertainers were good, but it's been awful since Mike Ashley won.
And how quick did St. James Park go to Sports Direct Arena? Back to St. James Park.
It's 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
Well, they still took all the old lettering down. And actually, last year, they cleaned out all the halls of all the old photos, and someone found them in the dumpster out back and posted them, and the Newcastle paper took it up. But apparently, the release came out of Ashley's deal with Rangers, that every pound spent in the club shop, Rangers receives 4 pence. And the rest. So that explains why Aston Villa. Like Ashley bought he put a stake in. Yeah. And
Made his money. And he was guys in the hot tub talking about selling the replica kits.
Really? Yeah, it's they must be. Apparently they're back in Newcastle. Yeah.
We get 49
They are the should be a pretty good game.
yeah, so Aston Villa has a larger commercial sales revenue of merchandise than Newcastle
What's
United.
playing this game? Cool. Thanks.
Mike Ashley. Yeah. That's the only reason we spend money in this transfer window was it's to finish 17th. You'll still break even for the net spend.
If you're relegated next year,
If we go down this year, we're not coming. It'll be a Sheffield Wednesday. It'll be a league.
but if you go down next year, you got the bigger parachute pay. And you got the big money, the big season money next year.
Ron
I just can't get excited about Steve McLaren. I lived through that England period, and that was all back. But this is exciting.
He was here last
This is good.
week.
This is what tells me how
Maybe.
What's his name did in Chicago?
You were hoping? Yeah.
Manager you wanted.
You're not the only one.
Frank Gallo.
On a remote,
He's great if he can score goals.
like at a busy location, but like
Yeah,
nobody cares if you're
Exactly.
just gonna take
Great crowd. You see what I'm talking about, the spelling bee?
quite impressive for people they worked with alongside that it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
All except for his time of goals.
Oh. You're a Wolves fan? Yeah. I run into Les Wilson occasionally. Remember him? Yeah. Part of me hoping to sign Shola and Obi to replace Earnshaw as an old striker who's in the box just on the cheap. Yeah, well,
Jonathan got back to me. I don't know if he did you.
Yeah. He's going to ask you soccer.
Oh, is it?
So you know.
Bolton aren't paying their players.
We're technically live. The game's going
He'll be close to his brother in Edmonton. Bolton. His brother at FC Edmonton. He scored against us.
Couple good guys at
Steven.
too.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna check in with Constantine, but he could be out.
Center back.
Yeah. Perez is pretty big though. They could actually sign Perez. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the Canadian and U.S. national anthems?
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Take Marie Dewey's safe in her job. Yeah.
Go Caps! Come on, Whitecaps!
Good evening from Keno Sports Complex here in Tucson, Arizona. It's the Houston Dynamo and Vancouver Whitecaps both closing out their trip to Tucson, Arizona. Matt Peterson with you. A beautiful night here in the desert. And both teams who had a very good start to their preseason here in Tucson will try to stay perfect. Vancouver, 2 wins from 2 games. The Dynamo with a win and a draw in 2 preseason friendlies. The captains meeting at midfield, Giles Barnes. Wears the armband again tonight for Houston, David Osted. Wears the armband for Vancouver. He finished second in the MLS Goalkeeper of the Year voting last season. Here are the lineups. First for Carl Robinson and Vancouver. The Whitecaps last season, second best regular season record in the Western Conference. Of course, the Dynamo and Whitecaps ended the last regular season a 2-0 home win for Vancouver after the Dynamo beat them in Houston at the end of August. David Osted is in goal. 81 consecutive regular season starts for the Danish 31-year-old. The back four from right to left: Jordan Smith, Kendall Waston, Kristen Dean, and Sam Atakubi. 2 central midfielders for Carl Robinson, Matthias Laba and Russell Tybert, both 24 and under. Laba, of course, a designated player from Argentina. In front of them will be Nicolas Mezqueda, the 24-year-old from Uruguay. He gets another start, his 3rd start here in Arizona. 3 up front. On the right, it's Christian Teixeira, 23-year-old from Uruguay. Very good season last year, 7 goals and 5 assists. On the left, it's Masato Kudo, the 25-year-old Japan international, coming off a wonderful early part of his career with Kashiwa Reysol in the J League in Japan. He signs with Vancouver in January, and he starts tonight for Carl Robinson. Up front, it's Blas Perez, former FC Dallas man, and he may be in Vancouver this season. We are underway from Keno Sports Complex. Vancouver in white, attacking from our left to our right. The Dynamo in orange from our right to our left. And we'll give you the Dynamo starting 11 in a moment. Laba back with Waston. And Beasley all the way back to Tyler Derrick. Bruin challenges Waston. Boniek, Garcia, excellent settle from the Honduran. Now it's Giles Barnes. Has Lionel Miranda to his left. Lays it off, now the Argentine. Back for DeMarcus Beasley. Miranda, his first start this preseason. 2 versus 3 near the corner. Waston runs it down. And it's a corner kick to Houston. He could not keep it in play, and an early start for the Dynamo looks very good. Just underway from Kino Sports Complex. Alex Lima over as a short option. Spins away from Mosqueda. Lima with a good ball, and it's headed away by Waston. Waston, 6'5". Second place in the MLS Defender of the Year voting, behind Laurent Simon. Waston finished first in the media vote, second in the player vote. Simon, the Defender of the Year last season. Bruin, good battle. And some disagreement on the field. Dynamo thought surely it was a corner kick, but our referee thought goal kick. So this decision goes the way of Vancouver. Here's the Dynamo lineup. Tyler Derricks in goal, the Dynamo Academy product. Away at Klein High School in Spring, Texas. The back four from right to left. Shannon Williams, David Horst, Raul Rodriguez, and DeMarcus Beasley. It's the same back four that beat San Jose 1-0 on Wednesday. Laba heads it forward. Mosqueda away from Alex. Beasley wins it for Houston. No look pass from Lima. Here's Bruin in behind Waston. It's Christian Dean over to defend. He pokes it out over the end line. Corner kick Dynamo. Good run that time from Bruin. Good early ball from Lima. And Houston has its second corner kick. Miranda had the assist on Mara Manotas' equalizing goal against Portland last Wednesday. Also had a very active half against San Jose on Saturday. Long ball to the back post. Rodriguez heads it on. Took a slight deflection, it seemed. And no problem for David Osted. Osted now 31 years of age. Early ball out left. Atakubi overlapping. In the center of midfield, it's Teixeira. Atakubi. Good challenge from Horst, but too much contact that time. Kudo goes down. Free kick, Vancouver. Laz Perez, wide right. Jordan Smith. Smith, the Costa Rican, against Miranda. Beasley, good physicality. Some indecision. It will be a Vancouver throw-in. Smith to take. Good size for a right back, listed at 6'1". Looks like a small version of his defensive partner, Waston. Long throw-in from Smith. Horst heads away. Smith will let it roll for another long throw-in. Now he's looking for Blas Perez. And no problem for Derek. Perez in camp with Vancouver. Carl Robinson said this week if they were to sign Perez, they'd have to work out a deal with FC Dallas as well as Blas Perez himself. But clearly, the 34-year-old still in demand in MLS. 39 goals for the Panama national team, second most all time. Derek's clearance out to Shannon Williams. Scoreless game, 5th minute from Tucson. Here's the rest of the Dynamo starting lineup. Andrew Wenger on the right, Boniek Garcia, Alex Lima, the central midfielders, Lionel Miranda on the left. It's Barnes and Bruin up front for Owen Coyle. This has been pretty much the starting group for most of this stay with a few variations. Wenger started all 3 games, Lima and Boniek. Miranda gets his first start tonight, and it's a Vancouver throw-in. Bruin did not start the opening night, coming back from a slight injury, but he started on Saturday against San Jose, went 37 minutes. Kudo heads it backward, and Boniek Garcia goes back to Horst. Twilight here in Tucson, beautiful sunsets here in southern Arizona. Good pickup that time by Alex Lima. He'll try his luck, but it slices high and wide. Good activity that time from the Brazilian, Alex Lima. Came to Houston last year on a trade from Chicago, 2 goals in 15 appearances, now in his 5th MLS season. Osted. 16 wins last year, 13 shutouts for the Whitecaps as Waston's clearance is deflected, picked up by Beasley. Inward Lima, been a very bright start for Houston here. Good dribbling here from Lima. Hard tackle from Matias Laba. But he makes sure Lima's okay. That August 29th game in Houston last year, Vancouver was coming off a very busy August in which they won the Canadian Championship. As Beasley delivers to the near post just past the lunging Will Bruin, nearly got his forehead to it. Beautiful delivery from DeMarcus Beasley. Starting his 17th professional season here in 2016. Long throw in Shannon Williams, headed away by Waston. And it spills out Masato Kudo. Tybert, fouled from behind by Wenger, who grabbed him around the collar. And Wenger goes in the book. Yellow card to Andrew Wenger here in the 8th minute. Christian Dean, 22-year-old, now in his 3rd MLS season, was the number 3 overall pick by Vancouver out of Cal a few years ago. Both teams have a lot of depth at center back coming to this season. Perez heads it on. Good work from DeMarcus Beasley to stay in front of Mosqueda. Here comes Shaney Williams over midfield. Wide right to Wenger. Cut out by Atakubi. A deflected clearance, Vancouver throw-in. Atakubi was a substitute for Canada in Friday's friendly against the U.S. A late winner from Josie Altidore gave the U.S. a win. His 3rd cap with the senior national team for Sam Atakubi. Rodriguez heads away from Kudo. Picked up by Laba. Now it's Russell Tybert. Wide here for Jordan Smith. Mosqueda. Good footwork from the Uruguayan. Smith finds Laba. And now Atakubi. Teixeira now on this left side. Tried to find Atakubi, but it was won by Wenger. Early ball, Shannon Williams. And Dean beats Bruin there. 4 30-minute periods scheduled here tonight. We have 5-minute break between each period. Both starting groups expected to go around 60 minutes. Some players maybe a little less, some a little bit more. Now Wenger whistle for a foul out of Kubi. This is Atakubi's preseason debut as he was with Canada for that January national team camp. Mosqueda back to Smith. Booming cross, too far for Masato Kudo. And a goal kick here for Tyler Derrick. Derrick missed last game with a slight shoulder problem. Joe Willis did well in his place. Clean sheet against San Jose on Saturday. Perez drops off to win it for Vancouver. And it's all the way back to Tyler Derrick. 31 starts last year for Derrick. Joined the Dynamo Academy in 07, signed as the 2nd homegrown player in league history 2 years later. Boniek unable to settle. Perez on the ground, finds Mosqueda. First time out wide to Kudo. But it's well read that time. Tyler Derrick off his line quickly. Wenger rises well to flick that header on. Dynamo throw in deep. Williams to take the throw in. No clear-cut chances for either team. Here we are in the 12th minute. Bruin backward towards Lima. Now Miranda tries his luck well wide from the 22-year-old Argentine. The Dynamo are hosting a supporters recruitment event this Saturday, February 13th, from 2 to 4 p.m. Doors open at 2 to 3, happy hour on the Bud deck. And all sorts of supporter traditions will be run through by players and more supporters. 2 to 4, Budweiser deck on Saturday. Enter through the northeastern gates. As off the goal kick, Kudo nearly gets in behind, but it's cleared away. Smith with the throw-in. Horst heads away. Right near us on this near side. As we were on Saturday, we're just a few feet away from midfield on this near sideline. Flicked on by Perez. Opportunity here. Ball put back across. It's off the post and kept out by Derek. Huge chance that time by Masato Kudo. And what an unselfish play that time, Christian Teixeira. Best chance for either team comes here in the 13th minute. Christian Teixeira right through the 6-yard box for Masato Kudo. And his close effort hit the post, bounce off, hit the shoulder of Derek and stayed out. Great build-up that time from Vancouver. It all began on a Blas Perez through ball. Here's Miranda. Good ball forward. Bruin tries a layoff. Waston cuts it out. Boniek back towards the corner. Miranda against Osted. Osted gets there a touch first. Unable to keep it in. It's a Dynamo throw-in. They'll try to go quickly with Osted back to his goal area. Barnes, a few step overs. Miranda with Boniek. 5 white shirts over there to defend. Miranda towards the back post. That's a good ball, but Osted reads it well. As he was targeting Wenger there at the back post. Great speed that time by Atakubi. But Alex Lima stride for stride with the young Canadian. Very good game so far. 15 minutes in. Back and forth for both teams. Vancouver coming closest as Masato Kudo hits the post a few moments ago. Scored his first Whitecaps goal on Saturday. Coming in the first half, the opener in a 3-2 win. 92 goals and 260 appearances for Kashiwa Reysol in the J-League, where he spent 6 seasons. Blas Perez. Back here for Jordan Smith. Mesqueda against DeMarcus Beasley. Headed down by Perez. Good positioning and good composure from Rodriguez. Perez tried to knot it in the path that time for Russell Tybert. Now it's the Dynamo. Trying to build out of the back. Big ball from Williams, all the way to Osted. More good activity from Alex Lima. Wins another ball, wide right, Bruins in on goal. Dean trying to cut off his chance, put towards the middle. Barnes into a challenge against Kendall Waston. And the Dynamo have their best chance. Good run from Bruin. Got him behind Dean, teed it up for Barnes, but He was met by Waston right in front of goal. Now it's Miranda, wide left for Boniek Garcia. Hard challenge from Jordan Smith. Miranda is able to keep it alive. Now here's Beasley. Lima with Miranda. Good quick passing here from Houston. Garcia back to Beasley, wide Miranda. The flag is down. Miranda pushed off the ball. Free kick Houston. Nico Mosqueda, too much contact. Barnes will take this free kick for Houston. Bends it towards the back post. May have hit the hand of Horst as he headed it down. Referee lets them play. Beasley quickly back wide to Barnes. Benton delivery. Waston again. A strong headed clearance ahead of Rodriguez. Williams puts it back in the mixer. Headed out by Smith. And it's Blas Perez out towards the center circle. Williams went down. Referee lets them play. Here come the Whitecaps. Very good counter-attacking team, but the Dynamo get back in numbers. And Wenger as well on the far side. 18th minute. First of 4 30-minute periods. Williams looking to find Bruin in behind off the throw, and Osted off his line to clear. Another Houston throw-in. So in effect, 2 60-minute games, as the starters are expected to go around 60 minutes, and then a new group will come on for the last 60 minutes with more of the younger players coming in the final 30. David Horst, now in his 9th MLS season, had a wedding in December, and now set for his 3rd season in Houston. Led the team in minutes among field players last year. Good work, Wenger. Towards the near post. Good work from Waston. Kept his hands behind his back and cleared ahead of Bruin. Good hustle from Horst. Out towards Miranda. And Waston clears to midfield. Chested away by Mosqueda. Rodriguez thought it was a handball. And Derek clears. Laba. Now here's Christian Dean. Adekubi. Williams called for a foul on the far side against Teixeira. Free kick for Vancouver. Now it's out for a deep Dynamo throw-in. Vancouver will apply pressure. Beasley for Boniek. Right-footed clearance from DeMarcus. Smith heads central. Heavy touch to Shera. Hard tackle that time from Horst. And the Dynamo now in possession. Adekubi. Out wide, now it's a Houston throw-in. Wenger turns. Central. Good footwork from Wenger. 1 versus 4. Clip to the back post. Miranda and Lima both hustling for it. Lima went down. And a goal kick to Vancouver. The Dynamo contending that Lima was tripped up by Smith. Be a part of the best sporting atmosphere in Vancouver. 2016 Whitecaps FC season tickets are on sale from $39 a month all in. In addition to season tickets, Whitecaps FC offers a flexible range of ticket products, including half season, 5-packs, a youth soccer half season ticket, and single match tickets. For more info, visit whitecapsfc.com/tickets. 21st minute. Scoreless game, final preseason game for Houston on their first trip to Tucson. They'll go back to Houston for about 8 days and then return for the Desert Diamond Cup back here at Keno Sports Complex. Vancouver will also travel home. And next up, they'll take part in the Simple Invitational hosted by the Portland Timbers, February 21, 24, and 27. They'll face Chicago, Portland, and Minnesota United FC. Good settle by DeMarcus Beasley in front of Teixeira. Beasley forward. Good ball for Bruin. The flag is down. Bruin's onside. Now the flag comes up. So a delayed offside flag that time for Will Bruin, but he's made some good runs tonight. He's gotten in behind a few times, and really clever ball that time for DeMarcus Beasley. Whitecaps, 2 wins in their first 2 Tucson games, as Osted cannot keep it in off his restart. 2-1 against Seattle last Wednesday. Darren Maddox, 2 goals in that one, 1 a penalty. Maddox is back in Jamaica as his girlfriend gave birth to their first child. Good strength from Bruin. Beasley down the line. Foot race for Barnes and Waston. Who will get there first? Hard tackle that time from Waston. Barnes goes down. Free kick for Houston. Waston got a red card against the Dynamo last August. He and Laba. It was the end of a busy month for August. I think the 8th game for Vancouver that month. Maybe some tired minds and tired legs, and Waston sent off Vancouver down to 9 men. The Dynamo won 2-0. Good through ball that time for Barnes. And now a free kick for the London native. 2-man wall, Vancouver. Barnes tries to go right for goal, or perhaps Horst at the near post. It's a goal kick now for Vancouver. Laba. You hear Owen Coyle asking for pressure. Atakubi. Kudo in the corner. 1 versus 2. Williams does well. Rodriguez there to apply cover for Williams. Wenger out to Bruin. Good settle, and he draws a foul by Christian Dean. Bruin re-signed with the Dynamo. It's his 6th MLS season this year, and he leads all MLS players aged 26 and under with 46 career regular season goals. '53 now in all competitions for Bruin, 2nd all-time on the Dynamo all-time list. Brian Ching, number 1. Bruin last year, 11 goals, his 3rd season with 10 or more goals. First player in Dynamo history to have 3. Williams throws it, and here's Wenger. Back to Williams, high lofted service. It's behind the end line, and a goal kick here for Vancouver. I mentioned that supporters section recruitment event at BBVA Compass Stadium this Saturday. First of its kind that I know of. 2 to 4. Enter through the northeast gate. You can RSVP at HoustonDynamo.com. Will Bruin, Owen Coyle, Tyler Derrick will all be in attendance. 2 to 4 Saturday at the Budweiser deck. RSVP HoustonDynamo.com. Great event. It's a Houston throw-in. Miranda does well. A Dynamo moving their main supporters group from the south end to the north end of the stadium to double its capacity. Zona Naranja, as it's known. Good run from Barnes here. Back for Bruin. Bruin's in. Bruin right through the middle, and it's just behind Wenger. Excellent build-up that time. Bruin and Barnes combining. So many appearances between them the last few seasons. That was good work. And the ball was just a bit behind Wenger from the foot of Bruin. Alex Lima, a lot of contact that time. Knocks over Nico Mosqueda. Switching ball from Russell Tybert. Jordan Smith from the Saprissa Academy in Costa Rica. Now it's Masato Kudo. Teixeira back for Kudo. Rodriguez defending. Good shape from the Dynamo here. They force Vancouver back to their own end with Christian Dean. Tybert thought he would have a run. It never came. All the way back to Tyler Derrick. Approaching the end of the first quarter here at Keno Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona. I'm Matt Peterson. 30-minute quarters. We'll have 4 of them. 5-minute breaks in between each quarter. Williams fouled. Free kick to the Dynamo just over the midfield line. Taken short. Lima away from Teixeira. Lima still on the ball. Finds Boniek Garcia. Good settle to Marcus Beasley. Wide left, Lionel Miranda. Barnes makes another run towards the corner. Tries a back heel, but Laba did just enough to keep it from finding its way to Miranda. Tybert, a good settle. 1-2 with Laba. Counter-attack here from Vancouver. Mosqueda thought he'd be offside, so he stopped his run. And Marcus Beasley gives some encouragement for his back line for keeping a cohesive line. Kendall Waston, 28-year-old Costa Rican, 5 caps now, scored his first goal for the Ticos against Nicaragua in December. Borsch clears. Vancouver with a throw in on the far side. Each team with one very good chance. For Vancouver, it was Christian Teixeira setting up Masato Kudo, the 25-year-old Japanese forward. Hit the post, came off the post, hit Derrick, and the Dynamo cleared their lines. Houston's best chance was Bruin playing the ball right through the 6-yard box for Barnes. He went into a sliding challenge against Waston, and Waston and Osted clear. Smith up the line. Great defending by DeMarcus Beasley. 4 World Cups for DeMarcus. 15 straight years with an appearance for the U.S. national team from 2001 to 2015. Now here's Rodriguez. Great strength against Perez. Rodriguez knew a heavy leg was coming from Perez. Came out of the challenge okay. Williams up the line. Wenger against Dean. And it's a Vancouver throw-in. And there's the end of our first 30-minute period. Scoreless here in Tucson. A 5-minute break. And these same teams will come back for the second 30-minute period. As we said, best chance was for Vancouver. Masato Kudo hitting the post off a great feed from Christian Teixeira. Houston's best chance, probably Bruin setting up Barnes, but well defended by Waston. We'll take a short break. When we come back, the second period here in Tucson. 90 minutes of soccer remaining. After 30 minutes, it's the Dynamo nothing, Vancouver Whitecaps FC nothing. Welcome back to Keno Sports Complex, Tucson, Arizona. I'm Matt Peterson. It's the Houston Dynamo and Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Second of 4 30-minute periods about to begin. No changes for either team. A scoreless 30 minutes. Whitecaps had the closest chance. Masato Kudo hitting the post off a great pass from Christian Teixeira. A Dynamo will kick off an attack from our left to our right. They're wearing orange. A Whitecaps in all white going from our right to our lefts. Quickly, the starting lineups once again for the Dynamo, right to left across the back. Williams, Horst, Rodriguez, and Beasley. Tyler Derrick in goal. Midfield four of Andrew Wenger on the right. Lionel Miranda on the left. Central midfielders Alex Lima and Boniek Garcia. Good work from DeMarcus Beasley to slow down Nico Mosqueda. And here's Wenger against Adekugbe. Williams wanted the overlap. The former teammates in Philadelphia reunited here in Houston. And the two forwards for the Dynamo, Barnes and Will Bruin. Wenger back to Williams. Williams to the near post, cleared away by Dean. And it's a Dynamo throw in a few feet from the near corner. Williams with the long throw, headed backward by Adekugbe. Barnes just wide of the far post. That was close for Giles Barnes, as the lofted throw was headed backward by Sam Adekugbe, and Barnes missed by about a foot. Good chance for Giles Barnes. 7 goals, 3 assists last season. Osted, an all-star last year, was the MLS Player of the Month in June. Very hard for a non-offensive player to win that award, but he had such a good month. He won it in the middle of the season, and now Bruins onside against Christian Dean. Has Barnes in behind. Good footwork from Barnes, but well defended by Jordan Smith. Now the game opening up. Here's Horst in a foot race. Good work that time from Horst as Rodriguez clears. It was Masato Kudo breathing down Horst's neck. Now it's Williams. Cannot settle. Hard tackle against Teixeira. Free kick, Vancouver. And now looks like Williams will go in the book. He and Wenger on a yellow card now for the Dynamo. Nico Mosqueda to take it. 1 goal, 1 assist last year, 18 appearances. This will be his 3rd year with Vancouver. A late whistle. Mosqueda will have to go again. Waston and Horst being set apart by the referee. Waston, one of the biggest players in the league. He and Horst, some epic battles last season when these two teams met in August and then again in October. Horst shadowing Waston. There's the delivery. Good ball towards the back post. The offside flag came up. It would not have counted. And it's a goal kick to Houston. Looked like Christian Dean may have been offside. The center back lurking at the back edge of that 6-yard box. Derek goes short. Raul Rodriguez, 4.5 years with Espanyol in Spain's La Liga. Last year was his first year in Houston. He'll have 2 more Spaniards in Houston this year. David Rochat and Agus both coming as it's pulled just wide by Blas Perez. 34, but still has a lot more to offer. That time from about 30 yards out. Did not miss the far post by much. Tyler Derrick at full stretch. Watched it bounce wide. Perez has looked very active tonight, still working on getting a contract. Throw in Vancouver. Before that Perez strike, I was starting to say that Rodriguez will be joined by two more Spaniards, David Rocha, a central midfielder, and August, a center back, both arriving from Segunda A, second division in Spain. They'll be practicing with the Dynamo for the first time on Friday. Wide left to Sheriff. Ball through the middle. Rodriguez puts it out for a Vancouver corner kick. Teixeira to take. Great debut season last year. 7 goals, 5 assists, and 22 appearances. 23-year-old. Serves towards Waston. Headed off of Horst. Waston regains. Back wide to Shera. He'll take a touch. Put it back towards the middle. Headed out by Bruin. Atakubi with Teixeira. Barnes working hard. He blocks the cross. Teixeira, another service, and this one's headed over the bar by Waston. So Horst having to track Waston for about a minute there. That time, the last service on a line from Teixeira. Waston could not keep it down. 2 goals last season for Waston. Derek now is the longest tenured Dynamo player, his 8th season. Brad Davis traded in January to Sporting Kansas City. So Derek now the longest tenured player. Ricardo Clark was with the team before Tyler Derek, but he obviously went to Germany and then Norway. Derek now 27 years of age. Re-signed with the club in the offseason. Tybert. Teixeira. Atakugbi with the delivery, too far that time for Masato Kudo. A lot more service from the flanks in this quarter from Vancouver. Alex Lima fouled, free kick Dynamo. Early ball looking for Miranda on the far side, cleared away by Dean. Christian Dean for Vancouver. Atakubi. Great pressure from Barnes. Slows down Laba. Forces it back to Dean. And the high pressure from Barnes led to that turnover. Great work from Houston. Boniek with Miranda. Beasley wants it. And it's just a bit long. Ostad watches it out. Miranda waves a hand to Beasley to acknowledge his pass was a bit heavy, but the Dynamo are usually at their best when Beasley's pushing forward, joining in on the attack. The former winger, when he came up, a dynamic, wide midfielder. So anytime he can get involved, he knows what to do at the offensive third. Blas Perez against Miranda. Mezqueda. Smith down the line. The flag will come up. Another offside against Vancouver. Whitecaps return to Vancouver for a week of training at University of British Columbia before 9 days in Portland. Simple Invitational beginning February 21st at Providence Park. 3 games for Vancouver. They'll play Chicago, then Portland, and Minnesota United FC. Dynamo home for about 8 days. Play Houston Baptist University and Dynamo Academy U18s over the next week. Shannon Williams fouls Teixeira, and it's a Vancouver restart. A Dynamo, after that 8-day trip home, they'll come back here to Tucson for the Desert Diamond Cup, and they'll face the New England Revolution here on February 20th. Will Bruin towards the corner, wanted Wenger. Hard tackle that time from Barnes. And it's a throw in here for Vancouver. Great to see Giles Barnes working so hard defensively. That time covering ground to deny Vancouver trying to go the other way. But that's twice in this second period where Barnes has really put the work in defensively. Thrown in. Adekugbe, Teixeira. Fouls Boniek. And the Dynamo have a set piece. Barnes searching for an option. Instead, he'll just leave it for Boniek Garcia. Boniek, 2 World Cups on his resume. 3 appearances at the 2014 tournament. Now 105 caps for Honduras. As Waston gets the best of Bruin at the back, and it's out for a Vancouver goal kick. This time, Osted goes short. Dean errant with his forward ball. Dynamo with a throw-in. He has Wenger and Barnes in front. Bruin central. Lima and Boniek to his left. He'll go for Alex Lima. He'll head it towards Bruin. Flicked on towards Barnes. Dean clears. Wenger settles things. Boniek, dangerous back pass. Right pass, Masato Kudo of Vancouver. Now it's Beasley with space on the far side. Lionel Miranda. Good dribbling. And Laba got the tackle right. Here come Whitecaps FC. Blas Perez. Teixeira against Shannon Williams. Christian Teixeira on his left. Deflected shot, and what a save by Derek. He had to stay with the deflection. Adjusting his feet, dove towards the far corner, and palmed it off the crossbar. Great counterattack from Vancouver. A good strike from Teixeira, who was blocked by Lionel Miranda of Houston. And Tyler Derrick, big time save to keep it scoreless here in the 44th minute. Excellent work from Tyler Derrick. Entering his 2nd season as the starting goalie. Far side corner kick, Vancouver. That came from Mosqueda. Barnes settles. Lima, good turn against Tybert. High pressure from the Whitecaps. And a foul on Christian Dean. Be a part of the best sporting atmosphere in Vancouver. 2016 Whitecaps FC season tickets are on sale from $39 a month all in. In addition to season tickets, Whitecaps FC offer a flexible range of ticket products, including half-season packs, 5-packs, a youth soccer half-season ticket, and single match tickets. For more info, visit whitecapsfc.com/tickets. Off the restart, it's Barnes against Dean. Like that, Bruin against Dean. He does well. Dynamo throw in near the corner. Williams hustles over to take it quickly. Thrown in. Headed out Waston. Boniek right off the referee. Second time makes its way through to Barnes. Beasley's overlapping. Miranda runs it down in the corner. Back to DeMarcus. Not the best ball for Miranda. And it was won by Laba. Beasley for Andrew Wenger. Wenger on his left. Wenger. And it's blocked by Dean. Now Miranda with a go. That was blocked by Waston as well. And it's Jordan Smith able to clear in the end for Vancouver. Handball holds against Christian Teixeira. And we're going to see our first substitute of the night right around the 46th minutes. Again, 4 30-minute periods here in this preseason friendly. Blas Perez comes off after a very busy 35 minutes. So Perez is off. And it's Keon's Froze into this game for Vancouver. Froze, 19 years old, born in Cuba, grew up in Manitoba, and he played the second half for Canada against the United States last Friday in Carson, a 1-0 USA win. That was his second cap, but a highly regarded prospect for Vancouver. Homegrown player signed September of 2014. Creative central midfielder, Keon's Froze into this game for Blas Perez. Waston, big ball out of the back. Headed away by Raul Rodriguez. That one crossed through by Mosqueda. Barnes holds off Laba. Here comes Barnes. Wenger sprinting forward on the right. Barnes did not see him. Now he lost his footing. Vancouver clears. There were options for Giles Barnes. Atakubi. Inward. Here comes Mosqueda. Barnes working back. Mosqueda went unmarked. Horst does well just to stay big. And instead of a corner kick, it's a Vancouver throw-in. A good game here. Not a lot of chances on goal, but good intensity, physicality from both teams. Both teams with largely their starting groups. The few notable exceptions on both teams. Teixeira so fast, running through the middle. Tried a 1-2 that time with Mosqueda, but too heavy from the Uruguayan Nicolas Mosqueda on the return ball. The Dynamo missing a few central midfielders. Ricardo Clark still out, coming back from an injury that's hampered his entire Tucson trip. Same for Chaco Maidana, who hurt his ankle in Houston over a week ago. He has not played the entire Tucson trip. And then David Rocha, the new Spaniard set to join the team on Friday. He's also a central midfielder. Bruin working hard to hold off Dean. It's a throw into Vancouver. So those three figure to be strong candidates to start for the Dynamo come March 6th against New England Revolution as the Dynamo open at home at BBVA Compass Stadium. Thrown in by Atakubi. Rodriguez. Good ball on the ground. Bruin, good layoff. Now it's Wenger. Wenger towards the corner. Soft ball for Bruin. Boston clears. Dynamo throwing near the corner. Here's Boniek Garcia. Back to Williams. First time service. Settled by Bruin. Tybert wins it for Vancouver. Teixeira took his eye off it for a second as he looked for a forward ball. And now it's a Dynamo throw-in. Wenger against Atakubi. Good turn that time for Mosqueda. Good defending by Lima. And he's slowed down by Matias Laba. Big defending by both teams in the crucial moments here in the first 50 minutes. Mosqueda tried to find Keon's froze. The new substitute came on at the 45-minute mark for Blas Perez. Miranda draws a foul. Miranda back for his second loan with the Dynamo. Came up through Independiente in Argentina. Last season, 2 goals, 1 assist, 20 games. Started the last 6 games of the campaign. Had an assist on Mara Manotas' goal against Portland last Wednesday at the start of the Tucson trip. Good settle by Williams. Looking for Wenger, but it was won that time by Teixeira. Good work by Boniek Garcia covering for Shannon Williams. The central midfielder sliding to the right back position there. There's Rodriguez. Wenger wants it on this near side, but Raul focused on that left side of the field. About 8 minutes from our second intermission, we'll say. 4 30-minute periods here tonight. Most of these starters will go about 60 minutes. Good run from Teixeira. Fouled from behind by Boniek Garcia right around the center circle. Waston. There's Teixeira. He's been very active in this second 30-minute period. Adakubi. Good clearance by Horst. Maybe the Dynamo can counterattack now. They have Andrew Wenger in space. Bruin checking to the ball. Barnes going away. Bruin back to Wenger. Wenger back for Shannon Williams. Miranda. And Alex Lima draws a foul. He's had a very good night through 53 minutes. Lima, he and Boniek Garcia, the starting central midfielders for the 3rd straight preseason game. Lima's been very good. Good work that time from Miranda, feigning across with his left, pulling it back to his right, and then forcing a save from David Osted. Osted previously with Randers and Brøndby in Denmark. Came over to Vancouver for the 2013 season. And as we said, 81 consecutive regular season starts. Adekugbe. Laba. Here comes Froze. Wide right. Jordan Smith into the area. Great save by Tyler Derrick at the near post. It might have been going wide anyway, but Derrick did not take a chance. 2-hand save out for a corner kick as Smith got forward for Vancouver. Mosqueda to take this corner kick for the Whitecaps. Not his best, headed away by Barnes. Miranda, good work to settle and find Barnes on the left. Barnes pushed over that time by Christian Dean. Free kick to Houston. Very similar foul earlier in this game, around the same spot. Andrew Wenger was given a yellow card for a disruptive play on a counterattack. I think if you're giving Wenger a yellow that early in the game, you might do the same to Dean. The referee lets that foul go without a booking. About 5 minutes left until our second intermission. Horst towards the corner. Wenger, good strength. As Atakubi goes down and Christian Dean clears. Throw in Dynamo. See if they can find a goal here before the hour mark. Atakubi down. Flexing that left ankle. Sam Atakubi, 21 years of age, born in London, grew up in Calgary, Alberta. Now 3 caps for Canada. Another homegrown player. Signed by the Whitecaps. He signed in August of 2013. Raul Rodriguez with DeMarcus Beasley. Barnes tried a little back heel, not enough on it. It's won by Waston. Rodriguez pretty good in the air. Second ball won by Mosqueda for Vancouver. Good tackle that time by Boniek Garcia. Just enough to slow down Nicholas Mosqueda. Laba. Near side, Atakugbi. Well, a few minutes left in this second period. I think both coaches will be happy. Their starting groups have stayed healthy. Bruin working into a 60-minute shift after going 37 minutes on Saturday. Big ball towards the corner. Service from Smith. Horst slips. Chance here. Laid back. And it's put just over the bar by Nico Mosqueda. Masato Kudo had a chance, elected to lay it back. And then Mosqueda just a bit over the crossbar. Vancouver with its second best chance of the night. A bit unlucky for David Horst, slipped on this turf here as he was trapping Masato Kudo, excuse me. Now Derek with the goal kick. 3 years as the third string goalkeeper and 3 years as the backup. Gained the starting position late in 2014 after Tally Hall tore his ACL. This will be his second full season in which he begins the year as the starting goalie. Froze. Forward Mosqueda. Tybert pushing forward now for Vancouver. Good defending Raul Rodriguez. Bruin regains possession. Wide left, Miranda. Barnes and Wenger pushing forward. Barnes against Dean. Slows it down. Back for Miranda. 3 in the box for Lionel. Not enough on the cross. Easy clearing header for Waston. About 2 minutes left for most of these starters before our second intermission. Again, 3, make that 4 30-minute periods here tonight in Tucson. The last friendly for both of these teams in the first part of their preseason. Both teams home for about a week. Vancouver then goes to Portland. The Dynamo come back to Tucson for the Diamond Cup. Atakugbi. Christian Teixeira. Good challenge from Horst against Mosqueda. And then both Teixeira and Mosqueda went for it. And Wenger initially wins the ball. Throw in Houston. Garcia. Smith forward. Good settle by Beasley, then he draws a foul. Too much eagerness from Keon's Froze. Preseason debut for Froze. Again, he was with Canada, played the second half against the U.S. And there's the whistle for the end of our second 30-minute period. So the starters go toe-to-toe. These teams met at the end of last regular season, last October 25th. They meet here in the preseason. They'll meet early in the 2016 season. And two teams that might square off in Vancouver in the third week of the season. They go toe-to-toe in a scoreless first hour. We'll take another short break. When we come back, the third of 4 30-minute periods from Keno Sports Complex in Tucson. It's the Houston Dynamo 0, Vancouver Whitecaps FC 0. Now set for the third quarter here at Keno Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona. Matt Peterson with you. Both teams making wholesale changes to their lineup after a scoreless first hour. Again, 4 30-minute periods as part of this exercise, the final preseason friendly between Vancouver and Houston before both teams head home for about a week before the third period of their preseason. We'll give you the Dynamo lineup. It's going to be Tyler Derrick staying in goal. The back four from right to left. It's Bradley Bourgeois, Jalil Anibaba, Sebastian Ibiaga, and Ivan Magalhaes. So the same team that played the second half against San Jose on Saturday is the back four for Houston. Vancouver in possession. Bolaños inside for Fraser Arid. And it's a Vancouver throw-in, taken quickly by Bolaños. Ibiaga pushed off the ball by Rivero. Dynamo with a free kick. So Derrick in goal. Bourgeois, Anibaba, Ibiaga, Ivan Magalhaes from right to left for the Dynamo. The midfield four, Memo Rodriguez is at right mid. Central midfielders Rashid Olabi'i, Zach Steinberger. The left mid is TJ Kastner. Third round pick for the Dynamo out of Clemson this year. And up front, it's Mara Manotas and Eric Kubo Torres. Both of them have a goal this preseason. Manotas against Portland. Torres, the game winner against San Jose from the penalty spot on Saturday. There's Mane for Vancouver. It's a Dynamo throw-in. Here's the Vancouver lineup for this third quarter. Marco Carducci, 19-year-old homegrown goalkeeper from Alberta, is the goalkeeper for Carl Robinson. The back four from right to left. Fraser Arid, just in from Rangers in the Scottish Premier League, 21-year-old Ontario native. He's the right back. Center backs Tim Parker and Cole Seiler. Seiler, 22-year-old from Georgetown, number 16 overall pick. Good strength that time from Magalhaes to stay with it against Bolaños. The left back is Jordan Harvey for Vancouver. Midfield. Here comes Vancouver. Froze. Lots of pace. Wide right. Bolaños. High lofted delivery towards the back post. Bradley Bourgeois clears. Rodriguez half clearance. Mane low strike just past the dive of Derrick. He got a hand on it, and it's a Vancouver corner kick. Davy Flores. Pedro Morales. Christian Bolaños. Three central midfielders for Vancouver in this third quarter. Morales to take the corner. Good ball driven in. Punched away by Derrick. Kastner draws a foul. Free kick to Houston. Morales, Kikutamane, Octavio Rivero, the front three for Vancouver Whitecaps FC. It's Morales' preseason debut. Some lingering injuries, a calf issue, I believe, for Pedro Morales. Designated player now, 30 years of age. When he's on, one of the best playmakers in MLS. Arid, good touch from Bolaños, the Costa Rican. Arid overlapping against Kastner. Early ball and a sliding clearance from Anibaba. Kept alive Mane, he goes down. Rodriguez with the challenge. Referee had a good view. Now Rodriguez over the top. Mara Manotas in a foot race. Cole Seiler, a draft pick for Vancouver. Now it's Manotas. Kubo Torres, top of the box, good turn. And a shot handled by Carducci. Dynamic counterattack from the Dynamo. Just a big clearing ball from Rodriguez gave Manotas room to run. And Torres looking more and more in form. That time with the defender on his back, he settled and tried his luck with his left foot. Very entertaining start to this third quarter. We're in the 65th minute. Ibiaga challenging Bolaños. And a restart now for Vancouver. Christian Bolaños, 31 years of age, 60 caps for Costa Rica. Played at 2 World Cups, 2006 and 2014. A well-traveled club career, Saprissa, Costa Rica, Denmark, Norway, Qatar. As Arid gets forward, here's Rivera. Back, chance here for Froze, and it's just past the crossbar. Keon's Froze came on 46th minute for Blas Perez, the 19-year-old Cuban-born, Manitoba-raised midfielder. About a 30-yard take that time from Froze. Derek goes short. Bradley Bourgeois, the right back. Homegrown signing. 4-year career at Tulsa University. 3 straight years he was their defensive player of the year. Bourgeois at a Cy-Fair High School, Cypress, Texas. He's had a very good preseason so far, Bourgeois, learning the right back position after playing center back in college. Manotas wanted a run from Torres and never came. Now the Dynamo a bit displaced. Magalhaes tracking back. Good challenge from Olabi on Fraser Arid. It's almost like 2 games. 1 game for 60 minutes. Now we're in the second game with entirely a new group for Houston apart from the goalkeeper Tyler Derrick, and 9 new field players for Vancouver. Arid over the top, wanted Bolaños, too heavy, and it's all the way to Tyler Derrick. Bourgeois signed as a homegrown player 2 days before Christmas. Now it's Ani Baba forward, wearing the captain's armband. Manotas, good strength against Jordan Harvey. Bad ball though. He wanted Magalhaes, he goes right to Bolaños. Clipped ball over the top. Wanted Pedro Morales, good strength that time from Ani Baba. Sebastian Ibiaga, former Dynamo Academy player, 2 years in Denmark and Iceland, now back with his hometown team. Great career at Duke. ACC Defender of the Year in 2014. Bourgeois, a bit too long on the cross. It's a goal kick. Dynamo fans, don't forget, it's a supporters recruitment event this Saturday, February 13th, 2 to 4 at BBVA Compass Stadium. Doors open to the public, the northeast gate at BBVA Compass Stadium, 2 o'clock. Happy hour, 2 to 3, beverages provided on the bud deck. And then at 3 o'clock, a run through of supporter traditions. You can hear from Dynamo players, Will Bruin, Tyler Derrick, as well as head coach Owen Coyle. 2 to 4 on Saturday. RSVP HoustonDynamo.com. Bourgeois with Ibiaga nearly turns it over under pressure from Christian Bolaños. Derrick's clearance cut down by Fraser Arid. Seiler, excuse me. And a throw into Houston. HoustonDynamo.com is where you RSVP for the supporters section recruitment event. 2 to 4, free beverages. And kind of a supporters section 101 as the Dynamo will move from the south end to the north end. Good switching ball from Memo Rodriguez. Picks out TJ Kastner on this left side against Ared. Back, Ivan Magalhaes. Second round pick of the Dynamo out of Maryland. Steinberger with Manotas. Memo Rodriguez takes it with the outside of his foot. Manotas just a bit long. Cleaned out by Davy Flores. Both teams with a lot of youth out there right now. Bourgeois serving from the right. Cleared away by Tim Parker. Froze. Pedro Morales. Davy Flores, 19-year-old Honduran. Big part of Honduras's U20 World Cup team last year. Made 3 starts at the U20 World Cup. Good skill from Kakutamane on the far side. Now it's Rivero. Pressured by Anibaba. Out of contact, ref lets them play. Good physicality on display from Jalil Anibaba there. Signed with the Dynamo in January, now 27. This will be his 6th MLS season. Good win by Olabi'i. Here comes Manotas. Torres, diagonal run to his left. Davy Flores did well that time. Flores started against the Dynamo in Houston, a 2-0 Dynamo win at the end of August. Turned over by Vancouver. Anibaba. Olabi'i towards the corner. Pretty good ball taken down by Torres. On his left, just past the near upper corner. So 2 left-footed takes from Torres here in the first 10 minutes since he came on with this group to start the third quarter. Looking more and more confident here in this preseason. Score from the penalty spot against San Jose just at the start of the second half. That was the game winner. Anibaba with Rashid Olabi'i. Olabi'i from Nigeria, joined the Dynamo last August. After his entire career spent in his home country. Magalhaes back to Derek. Bourgeois. Make that Anibaba for Bourgeois. Harvey now 32 years of age for Vancouver, one of the vets on this team. This will be his 11th MLS season. 26 games last year for Harvey. Morales, the Chilean. Back to Carducci. And now Cole Seiler. Number 16 overall pick out of Georgetown this year. Bolaños, excellent skill. Here's Ared. Overlapping against Kastner. Kastner trying to catch him. Ared towards goal. Ared pulls it just wide. Fraser Ared, a big announcement when he had joined Whitecaps FC on a season-long loan with a transfer option. Ared from Scarborough, Ontario to Scottish parents. Was the Rangers' Young Player of the Year 2013, 7 goals, 10 assists. 85 overall appearances with the Scottish Giants. Rangers Academy is where he signed at age 16. Rangers debut in 2012. You see the speed on display from Fraser Ared there. Ref lets them play. Kastner for Manotas. Onto that right foot. We've seen him line up a few shots from distance here in the preseason. Rodriguez for Torres. Torres on his right. And he's wide. So Torres with his third half chance. That one with his right foot. Torres and Manotas have been buzzing around in their first 15 minutes of work. Carducci to take this goal kick. Good experience for Carducci with the Canada U17s. One of 8 homegrown players on this Vancouver roster. Ibiaga settles, big ball towards the corner for Torres. Parker was in the January camp this year with the U.S. national team. Froze, beats Olabi to it. Rivero for Morales. Kastner defending. Magalhaes read it really well, stepping in front of Bolaños. Manotas, good first touch. And he lost it. Good speed of play in this game. Virtually 2 new teams coming on for the third quarter. We're now 15 minutes into it as Olabi will be shown a yellow card for taking down Keon's Froze. We're going to go 120 minutes tonight, so plenty of soccer left. 4 30-minute periods. Be a part of the best sporting atmosphere in Vancouver. 2016 Whitecaps FC season tickets are on sale now for $39 a month all in. In addition to season tickets, Whitecaps FC offer a flexible range of ticket products, including half-season packages and more. WhitecapsFC.com for tickets. Great athleticism there from Ibiaga. The cross came in from Mane. Bolaños was lurking, as was Rivero, but Ibiaga outstretched leg to clear for a corner kick. Morales will take. He goes short to Mane. Mane back to Morales. Low drive from the Chilean. Wide of Derek's near post. This back four for the Dynamo. Bourgeois at right back. Anibaba and Ibiaga, center backs. Magalhaes, they've played together most second halves here in Tucson, and they have yet to allow a goal. Only goal allowed by the Dynamo came late in the first half against Portland. Great strike by Dairon Asprilla. Here's Steinberger switching for Kastner. Kastner is unable to get there, and it's a deep throw-in for Vancouver. Dynamo kept a clean sheet against San Jose on Saturday. Over 75 scoreless minutes here tonight. Olabi settles. We'll step over. Now Kastner takes it with Steinberger. Morrow dropping off. Olabi finds Memo Rodriguez. Rodriguez, good work to find Torres again. Clips it through. Steinberger, his shot is blocked. Cole Seiler in good position. Dynamo corner kick, but great interplay there for Houston. Rodriguez was involved. Steinberger, Manotas, and Torres. Rodriguez, naturally a central midfielder, playing right mid tonight. Came on as a substitute for Lovejoy at left mid on Saturday. Here's Kastner to take. Short, corner, Rodriguez. His cross is blocked. Bolaños. Here's Ivan Magalhaes. 2 years at Eastern Florida State College, a junior college, before transferring to Maryland for 1 season. Steinberger, good speed burst. He slipped as he struck it. Unlucky for Steinberger. Rivero can't settle. Good pressure from behind from Ibiaga. Now Magalhaes towards the corner. Kastner will watch it out. Goal kick, Vancouver. Here comes Seiler. 4 years at Georgetown, 3-time All-Academic Big East. Vancouver's made a habit of taking defenders in the first round. They took Tim Parker last year at number 13 overall. Seiler, number 16 this year. Christian Dean, who played the first half, as number 3 overall in 2014. Davy Flores working here with Fraser Arad. Now it's Rivero. Derek off his line well. Makes a fan go sliding here in the stands. Fraser Arad. Good pressure from Steinberger on the back of Keon's Froze. 40 minutes left in this game. Morales back to Rivero. Good clearance by Anibaba. It falls to Manotas. Manotas against 2. Tries to slip it past Seiler. They go back to Carducci. And the 19-year-old goalkeeper across his box for Harvey. Good composure from Jordan Harvey. It's back to Seiler. Flores wide for Harvey. He's able to keep it in on the far side. Kikutamane shadowed by Bourgeois. Rivals a few years ago in Houston in the U.S. Development Academy. At the same age, 21. Mane spent some time in Houston. Played for Texas Rush in 2010. Lone Star out of Austin a year later. Arad. Bolaños, a turnover behind Morales. Now a chance for Houston. Mauro Manotas, wide left. Magalhaes, back to Manotas. He lost his footing. Good challenge from Davy Flores. Very energetic third quarter here in Tucson, Arizona. Sebastian Abiaga. Davy Flores. And the flag comes up on Octavio Rivero. Rivero, a big signing for Vancouver last year, signed on Christmas Day. As a young DP, 10 goals, 3 assists, 34 games for the Whitecaps. Turnover by Abiaga. Morales from distance. It's off the crossbar. What a goal that would have been. 45 yards away. Pedro Morales, so confident. Derek backpedaling. All he could do was wave a hand at it, and it rattles off the crossbar. Here's Torres against Davy Flores. Morales has just been kind of working himself into this game, his first preseason game here in Tucson. That would have been a wonderful strike. Hit it so well, right off the crossbar. Comes Keon's Froze. Bolaños. Last season with Saprissa, the Costa Rican powerhouse. Anibaba heads away. Bolaños slips it through. The flag came up. Rivero offside, but Dynamo will play on through Tyler Derrick. Three good chances on this night for Vancouver. In the first half, it was Masato Kudo hitting the post. In that second quarter, Chance for Nico Mosqueda. Off a good pass from Kudo, and then that was Morales hitting the crossbar from about 40 or 45 yards out after Ibiaga gave it away. Dynamo have had, I'd say, more of the half chances here in this period, with Torres having 3 attempts, Manotas being active. Early on, it was Giles Barnes coming close a few times. In that first 60 minutes of this one. Very even game here in Tucson. Here's Keon's Froze. Well defended by Ibiaga. Fraser Ared. Good layoff, Bolaños. Bolaños. Against Magalhaes. Again, Ibiaga does well against Keon's Froze. TJ Kastner. Clever ball for Manotas. Heiler over. Manotas is past Seiler. Kastner. Manotas. Well taken goal against Portland. As Torres tries his luck. And he gets into it after the fact with Davy Flores. Morales. Froze. Harvey's overlapping with Mane. Mane cuts inside. Good defending by Rashid Olabiyi. The Nigerian against the Gambian. Olabiyi did well. Morales with Christian Bolaños. Back to Ared. Good block that time, TJ Kastner. Bourgeois called for a foul against Mane. Mane, number 4 overall pick, 2013. 7 goals, 6 assists last year. On his way towards American citizenship. Lives on the Washington State side of Vancouver to keep his residency eligibility alive. Morales with the delivery, headed out by Steinberger. Fraser Ared. Fakes across. Second delivery. Well read by Tyler Derrick. About 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. We're going 4 30-minute periods here in Tucson. Big punt by Derrick. Parker heads it towards the corner. Torres to defend. Good work from Kubo. And he draws a foul. Excellent work rate from Torres. Torres now 23, had a birthday a few weeks ago. Last year, best 11 at the CONCACAF Men's Olympic Qualifying Championship as Mexico won their second straight Olympic qualifying tournament. He could be at the Olympics in Rio in August. Kastner serves. Good ball to the back post. A scrum in the middle. And it was cleared, I believe, by Harvey. Good ball that time from TJ Kastner. Now Derrick trying to go back to Kastner. Headed out by Fraser Arid, and it's a throw-in to the Dynamo. Magalhaes. Rashid Olabi'i. Jalilani Baba played every minute of the 2013 season with Chicago. Last season with Kansas City. And there we go, the end of the third period. Still scoreless here in Tucson. 30 minutes left. We'll see if there's any changes to these groups immediately or sometime in the fourth quarter. But a very even game here. Best chance of that period. Pedro Morales rattling the crossbar from about 45 yards out. We'll take a short break. About 5 minutes until the fourth and final period. 30 minutes left here in Tucson. It's the Dynamo nothing, Vancouver Whitecaps FC nothing.
Contact us today at TucsonConcussionCenter.com or call us at 520-620-9200 or toll free at 1-844-TCC-MTBR. Desert Friendlies Casinos is your place to play. We have the hottest games around. Experience our fantastic rewards and the great deals available to our members. Visit ddcaz.com to become a Diamond Rewards member today. Soccer Cage 2v2 Arena, located near the North Stadium. Make any special occasion having Tucson Soccer Cage as part of the fun. FC Tucson Soccer Cage is available to rent for birthday parties, graduations, team parties, corporate events, and more. Check out the details on our website at fctucson.com. Email us at info@fctucson.com or call 520-331-1115.
Back here at Keno Sports Complex, Tucson, Arizona. Matt Peterson with you. The team switch ends. This will be the final 30 minutes. Again, as planned before kickoff, 4 30-minute periods here to end this trip to Tucson for both clubs. Scoreless through 90 minutes. We'll see if we have a goal or two in the final 30 minutes. No changes for either team after this group of players played from the 60th to 90th minutes. Dynamo attack from left to right in orange. Whitecaps FC in white. Far side, Ivan Magalhaes. Sao Paulo native. Unconventional route to MLS. Going to Eastern Florida State College, junior college, where he starred for 2 seasons, 1 season in Maryland, and then the second round pick of the Dynamo. Torres battling Cole Seiler. Keon's froze. Here's Jordan Harvey wearing the captain's armband for Vancouver. Kekuta Mane. Rashid Olabi, great strength as he rides out a challenge from Rivero. Free kick to the Dynamo. Kekuta Mane. Bright prospect during his time in Texas. Just 21 years of age, entering his 4th MLS season. And by all accounts, Peter Shad's favorite Whitecaps player from the Gambia since Mustafa Jarju, who of course was the designated player for Whitecaps FC back in their inaugural MLS season 2011. From Jarju to Mane. Here's Rivero. Tim Parker. January camp with Jurgen Klinsmann for Parker. Good chance he'll be part of the 2-leg playoff with Colombia as the U.S. tries to make it to the Rio Olympics. That will be this month. The U.S. home leg is at Frisco, Texas. Anibaba with Mata Manotas. Turned over by Olabi. Here comes Fraser Arid. Good job by Manotas to win it back. And he's tripped from behind. Keon's froze will go in the book as he fouls Manotas. We did have 1 change, make that 2, for Whitecaps FC entering this 4th quarter. Marco Bustos came on for Pedro Morales, so the Chilean goes 30 minutes in his preseason debut. Alfonso Davies on for Christian Bolaños. So Bolaños, this was his preseason debut as well. He also goes 30 minutes. So Bolaños out, Davies in, Bustos on, Pedro Morales is off. Steinberger with Torres. Manotas, edge of the box. Rodriguez, low service. Parker clears. Bustos with Rivero. Great work from Steinberger tracking back. Now Rivero away from Anibaba. It bounces off Olabi'i, and it's cleared away by Callie Brown. The new Dynamo goalkeeper came on at the start of this period. Davy Flores trying to connect with Rivero, and now Kastner's fouled. Alfonso Davies, 15 years old. He turned 16 on Thursday, born in Liberia, raised in Edmonton, part of the Whitecaps residency under 18s, but highly regarded enough to join Whitecaps FC on this preseason trip. Mane. Wide here for Harvey. Rivero lays it off. Harvey, good feet to keep it in. Bourgeois chasing. And Callie Brown watches it across the face of his goal. Just a bit too far in front of Alfonso Davies. Memo Rodriguez. Good floating ball for Torres, but settled by Seiler. Anibaba with Bourgeois. Here comes Bustos. Chance here for Rivero. And a good save that time from Callie Brown. Brown signed with the Dynamo in December, primary goalkeeper for Pittsburgh Riverhounds last year in USL. His first pro season. Big kid, 6'5". Virginia native, played at University of Virginia. And they won the national championship in 2014 with he being College Cup Most Valuable Defensive Player. Here comes Vancouver. 15-year-old Alfonso Davies for Bustos. Bustos is in, and he's scored. So the young guns into the game for Vancouver. 19-year-old Marco Bustos has given Whitecaps FC a 1-0 lead here in the 98th minute. Bustos. Scoring from a tight angle. One cap for Canada, his debut last October for Ghana. Manitoba native, another homegrown player on this Whitecaps FC team. And an assist for Alfonso Davies. The teenager, not yet signed by Whitecaps FC. And the first goal the Dynamo have allowed since the first half of Wednesday's game against Portland. Over 200 minutes without conceding for the Dynamo. Big ball from Callie Brown, headed down by Cole Seiler. Here's Memo Rodriguez. Parker goes the long way. Well, the Dynamo now have about 20 minutes to find an equalizer. Davy Flores. Rivero. Simple 1-2. Anibaba does well. Holding off Rivera, but Rivera works hard to win it back. Rivera towards Brown. And Brown does well. Bourgeois helping out Anibaba from the backside. So Rivera a chance to make it 2 for Vancouver. TJ Kastner clipped the crossbar in his preseason debut against Portland last Wednesday. Manotas, foul by Davy Flores. Manotas from Sabana Larga, Colombia, just 20 years of age. A look to get on the end of this from Kastner. Good delivery, headed out by Cole Seiler. Big switching ball, Keon's froze. Good touch by Alfonso Davies. And now a free kick for Vancouver. Kikutamane. Harvey's overlapping. Low cross, cleared out by Anibaba. Dynamo throw in. Couple homegrown products on that right side for the Dynamo. Bourgeois signed in December. Memo signed late in 2014. Spent a lot of last year on loan with Charleston in USL. As Torres goes down, tripping over the ball. Three former Dynamo Academy players on the field at the moment: Rodriguez, Ibiaga, and Bourgeois. It was 4 when Derek was still in goal before he gave way to Callie Brown. Good ball from Steinberger right in front of Bourgeois. A good thought there from Steinberger. Bourgeois just could not get there in time. Now we'll see some changes for the Dynamo. 3 coming on. Looks like TJ Kastner, Rashido Labi'i, and Bourgeois to exit. Taylor Hunter will come on at right back for the Dynamo. Christian Lucatero will come in at center mid for Rashido Labi'i. And then Janin Katic will come on for Memo. Actually, Rodriguez staying in. It's Kastner, Olabi'i, and Bourgeois off. Janin Katic tracking back. It's a throw-in for Vancouver. Katic will be with Rio Grande Valley FC Toros this year, signed a few weeks ago. Mane in the box, blocked by Ibiaga, and it's out for a Whitecaps FC corner kick. Katic, drafted by Philadelphia last year. Spent a couple stints on loan. Carolina Railhawks in the NASL. Harrisburg City Islanders in USL. He'll be down at Rio Grande Valley with Wilmer Cabrera. Dynamo's first season with the USL hybrid affiliate. Service from Mane towards the back post. Anibaba heads away. Seiler has a chance. Then it's Tim Parker for Vancouver. And Callie Brown, no problem at the near post. Good throw out from Brown. Lucatero, good skill settling. Here comes a homegrown player for the Dynamo. He'll be at Rio Grande Valley FC Toros with Cabrera as well. Taylor Hunter. too far behind Steinberger as Flores wins it. Lucatero was with the U.S. U20 national team, played against France earlier this summer. Also time with the U.S. and Mexican U18s. Signed as a homegrown player over the summer. This is his first year with the club. Lucatero, Kadich, Charlie Flores will all be down at Rio Grande Valley FC. Another substitute, Mane comes off. Entering the game is Thomas Sanner. Alphonso Davies cannot keep it in. Sanner, number 36 overall pick this year out of Princeton. Here's Sanner. Slips in the box. Good hustle that time. Magalhaes tracking back. Now a throw in here for Vancouver. Christopher Hellman is also on for Vancouver. Sanner and Hellman are in. Mane and Rivero are out. Good defending by Abiaga. Against Thomas Sanner. Cross on the far side is blocked. Manotas just took one too many touches, was cut down by Hellman, the new substitute, number 29 overall pick out of Lynn University in Division II. Sanner from Cologne, Germany. Had a good combine, scored a couple goals. Do the Dynamo have an equalizer in them? About 13 minutes to go. 4 30-minute periods here in Tucson. Difference, Marco Bustos. 98th minute goal off a feed from 15-year-old Alphonso Davies. Manotas battling far side against Seiler. Parker clears for Vancouver. Good touch off the throw-in from Steinberger. Memo Rodriguez, wide left, Ivan Magalhaes. Rodriguez caught in possession, looked like he was fouled. The referee does not call it. Rodriguez down behind the play, great sliding challenge from Anibaba as the offside flag comes up. Rodriguez down. Slowly getting up. Coyle thought it was a definite foul. He was trying to switch the ball, led to a Vancouver break, but Rodriguez now back onto his feet. Christian Lucatero. Steinberger. Good ball, finds Torres. Steinberger flying through the middle. Flores wins for Vancouver. Bustos, the goal scorer, draws a foul, free kick Vancouver. Tim Parker gained the starting position last year. Started both playoff games for Vancouver in his rookie season. Good turn from Froze. Anibaba does well to clear the danger. Hunter clears off of Thomas Sanner. Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year, Sanner, last season. 13 goals, 5 assists. Anibaba, good composure. Magalhaes does well on the clearance. It cycles all the way back to Carducci. Good strength from Davy Flores, running through midfield. The Honduran wide left for Jordan Harvey. Bustos, deflected shot, it's off the top of the crossbar and out for a corner. Ibiaga blocked the shot. Bustos, the only goal in this game, came close to number 2 there. Corner kick for Vancouver. Hellman will take from Cologne, Germany. 49 goals in his 3 seasons at Lynn University. Froze with the delivery. Good clearing header, Magalhaes. Janin Katic. Forward run from Arid. Back to Arid, spinning. Good save that time from Callie Brown. Shot actually came from Thomas Sanner, a substitute out of Princeton. Lucatero with his head up, with Memo Rodriguez. Good turn from Manotas. Great job to stay on his feet. Still Manotas. He tries his luck, and it's wide. What a goal that would have been. Manotas from about the same difference as Pedro Morales. Not lacking confidence, Mar Manotas. Probably the 3rd or 4th time here in Tucson he's tried a take on goal from 30 yards or more. Ivan Magalhaes good in the air. Steinberger working hard to win that second ball. Won by Bustos. Low center of gravity for Marco Bustos. Arid finds Davy Flores.
Good run, Jordan, good run!
About 6.5 minutes left. Magalhaes, good vision, finds Steinberger. Now the Dynamo with some space on this right side. Hunter forward, Katic to his right. Manotas drops off. Anibaba, big switching ball, targets Lucatero. Throw into the Dynamo. Looks like they'll make one change. Torres will come off. Charlie Flores will come on. Flores from the Dynamo Academy. Also signed over the winter. He'll be at Rio Grande Valley FC along with Lucatero. Rodriguez, too high for Katic. This is Flores' preseason debut. He's been with the team the entire week here in Tucson. Some prodigious scoring for Flores the last few seasons in the Dynamo Academy. 5 former Dynamo Academy players on the field at the moment. Make that 4 with the exit of Bourgeois. 4 on the field. Bustos. Wide to Sanner. Good defending that time by Magalhaes. Another mention of the Dynamo supporter section recruitment event this Saturday. 2 to 4, BBVA Compass Stadium. Doors open at 2. Enter through the northeast gates. You can RSVP at HoustonDynamo.com. Will Bruin, Owen Coyle, Tyler Derrick will all be there. It's open to the public. It's free. And there's a happy hour from 2 to 3 on the bud deck. Beverages provided. And then from 3 to 4, a supporters section 101. Here comes Bustos. Good block that time from Jalil Anibaba. Rodriguez against Froze. Parker. Uh, 3.5 minutes for the Dynamo to find a tying goal. Right now the difference, Marco Bustos in the 98th minute. Froze. And Ibiaga called for a foul against Thomas Sanner. Sanner played at Princeton. At least one of those seasons under Red Bulls head coach Jesse Marsh. 32 goals in his Princeton career. Now Froze will take this free kick. 1-0 Whitecaps FC. Low cross. Good block by Magalhaes. Kept alive. Chance in the box. And it's cleared off the line. I believe Taylor Hunter save of the day for the Dynamo. A lot of activity at the back post. May have been Ibiaga, if not Hunter. Jordan Harvey. Froze. Bustos. Low service from Arid. And it's 2-0 to the Whitecaps. Looked like an own goal off of Sebastian Ibiaga. So that ends it. It will be 2-0 to Whitecaps FC. Ibiaga talking with Callie Brown after it went in. At first glance, it looked like it was an own goal from Ibiaga off the low cross from Fraser Arid. Well, that's the end of it. Thanks for staying with us for the entire 120 minutes. Remember, these teams will both go back to their home cities. The Dynamo back to Houston. They'll play Houston Baptist University on Saturday at 11 a.m. at Houston Sports Park. Houston Baptist University Saturday morning at 11 at HSP. A Whitecaps return to UBC for 9 days before they head to the Simple Invitational February 21. The goal scorer is Marco Bustos in the 98th minute, an apparent own goal off the boot of Sebastian Ibiaga in the 120th minute. Final score in Tucson, Arizona. This is Matt Peterson saying good night. Whitecaps FC 2, the Houston Dynamo 0.